What is up, guys? Today we're changing bank 1 sensor 2 oxygen sensor on this Volvo. I will write the year, make, and model in the title, so let's get straight to it. So actually I want to know if this car is 4 or 5 cylinder. I'm pretty sure it's a 4 cylinder. I don't know if they still make inline 5s, but so you're gonna use a, I think this is a T40. Let's see, what is this? T45 to remove the engine cover. Easy. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is a 4 cylinder. And as we can see right here that the intake is on this side, that means unfortunately the exhaust is in the back and the car has to be raised. So let me raise the car and locate the bank 1 sensor 2. So ignore bank 1. It's just anytime you see a 4 cylinder, it's gonna always say bank 1 as far as oxygen sensors. So what you need to look at is whether it's sensor 1 or sensor 2. So sensor 1 is AFR sensor, and is the very first sensor that stems off the exhaust manifold. And so sensor 2 is the one that's right after the catalytic converter. Both of these sensors do completely different jobs. So yeah, let's get straight to it. Okay, so I am down here. I managed to remove this heat shield, which is held by two 10mm. I'm gonna stick my camera up here. Now make sure your exhaust is cold, by the way. Let me just stick my light from the other direction, and this hand from here. So these two 10mm right here, they're really easy. I'll show you how to do it. So this, to confirm, this is the downstream, which is bank 1 sensor 2, and the other one right here, let me get my light. The other one right here is bank 1 sensor 1. This is the AFR sensor, and this one down there, like I showed you right here, this is the downstream oxygen sensor that measures the performance of the catalytic converter. And how did I know? It's really simple. So I went right here, let's see, I went up here and I disconnected this one, and I went ahead to read the code, and the code that showed up was HO2. This one, why is it not focusing? Anyways, so HO2S heater circuit blah blah blah, group 1 sensor 2. The original code was group 1 sensor 2 signal stuck. So the only code that was there is P227000. So I was like, which one is it? So I unplugged it. So the computer is supposed to send a code to the scanner saying which one it is, and the second one that popped up after I disconnected it was group 1 sensor 2 circuit low. So that confirms that the one that I told you, the directions that I showed you were correct. So let's get to removing it. So put my light somewhere, but as you see, I have a ratchet, and I can't really see what I'm filming, but I'm hoping you can see. There's that tool. I'm gonna link in the description, and it's around bank 1 sensor 2. This is the downstream oxygen sensor. And if you buy a correct new one from Denso, the same wrapping around it's called the heat shield around the wires, will have the same pattern, and it's different from this one. This one is black, that one looks like honeycomb. So we'll go ahead and take out that sensor, and I'll be right back. Okay, so right here, this is bank 2, this is bank 1. I'm not gonna touch bank 1. It's held by, that's it. There's a small clip that holds it from down there. You can snatch it. I don't need to teach you everything, but I showed you the main steps. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the sensor. But before I remove it, I'm gonna actually show you why we grabbed the right one. See how it has a honeycomb pattern on the heat wrap. So yeah, let me see if you can if I'll be able to share how I take it out. See if I can stick the camera somewhere like right here. Oh yeah, that's perfect. See, I love GoPro. All right. just, I know this is in the way, but I'm just turning this around. Now make sure that your car is not hot, because if it was, good luck. This car is a little bit warm. It's not hot because I put water on the exhaust. Okay, here we go. Sensors. Let me see if I can feel it. Oh, it's right here. You guys better like and share this video, I swear to God. Here we go. Doing as much work as I can to show you guys how to do it. Okay. Yep. Okay, so only thing that's left, make sure this is not twisted, make sure the wires are getting pulled on. Make sure the welt comes in. So what I'm going to do is try to fish this tray that it gets stuck up there so I can grab it. Looks like it got stuck. Okay, so I managed to tuck the wire right here where it's supposed to be tucked away from the hot air or the heat. Can see, but I'm just trying to cover the O2 sensor. Anyways, so we need to put this cover back that covers the oxygen sensor. Let me see if I can put my GoPro exactly where it was before. Okay, I know you guys can't see much, but that's the best I can do. There you go. I'm gonna go ahead and put the 10mm on the first one. The 10mm on the other one. Right here. This heat shield is only meant to protect the wire harness of the O2 sensor from the exhaust. So I'm gonna grab something like this. I'm gonna tighten this bolt right here. Make sure you tighten it well, don't break it. Yeah, that's good. Same thing on the other side. I don't know if you guys can see, but you get the idea. Good to go. Okay, so this is the sensor in question. As you see, I just got it up here. I don't really see any clips to hold it anyway, so I'm gonna plug it in. That's it. It's really easy to unplug and plug. If you want to unplug it, you click on this small little tab and you plug it. But now, actually, let me show you. So you click on this, it comes right out. Good. Okay, let's go ahead and start the car. Key looking funny. What's the purpose of all this big screen if the buttons are going to be on the sides? If you know what I mean. So the codes that I showed you earlier, I actually cleared them. I already clicked that. So system is normal, no fault code. So that's just how you do it. If you want to double check your work, you can go to live data. I don't know why it's blurring. I don't know why it can't focus. Come on. Okay, so we have a Lambda. Not sure how to read them. Probably will make fun of me, but I think it's the heated right here, rear. That looks like a normal value for an oxygen sensor. If it was unplugged, it would be reading 0. You can look at the heated. I don't know what that unit means. I don't know why it's too high. But anyways, if the downstream oxygen sensor, which is the Lambda sensor or Lambda probe, is not working, this one would be zeroed out. So that's it for the video. Let me know if you have any questions. But thank you so much for watching. See you later.